Get ready for the action, because we are diving straight into the chaos of global coaching instability. We start with the Brasileiro, where the CIES Football Observatory survey reveals staggering turnover rates. We are talking about the sheer volume of managerial changes happening across the competition, and we're breaking down exactly how much instability is shaking the foundations of South American football right now.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to hold it with one hand? The PopSockets Pop Grip gives you a secure grip, works as a phone stand, and even lets you swap the top for a fresh new look. Simple, useful, and perfect for everyday phone use. Click the link in the comments to grab yours on Amazon.
Next up, we turn our attention to a powerful story of representation and courage. We follow the Indigenous soccer team, Esporte Clube Originarios, as they make their professional debut in Brazil. Discover the incredible journey of these Indigenous athletes fighting for visibility and defending their land on the pitch, and how they are challenging the status quo. Now, let's shift gears to the pressure cooker of international football. We sit down with Carlo Ancelotti's son, David Ancelotti, as he lays out the immense challenges facing the Brazilian national team heading into the World Cup. He discusses the difficult balancing act between player talent, national culture, and the relentless demand to win. And finally, we wrap up with a look at the next generation. We're looking at the Brazil U15 squad that has just been named for the Vlatko Markovic tournament. Don't miss this preview and stick around, because we have more breaking news coming up. Stay tuned. A global survey by the CIES Football Observatory reveals significant instability in managerial positions across world football, highlighting a trend driven by immediate pressure for results. The study analyzed 55 leagues worldwide and found that frequent coaching changes affect an average of 65.2% of clubs. The Brazilian Championship, or Brasileiro, remains a major hotspot for turnover. Over the last year, 17 of the 20 Serie A clubs replaced their coaches at least once, marking an 85% turnover rate in the competition. Brazil's average coach age stands at 51, slightly above the global average of 49.5. Other leagues exhibiting high turnover rates include the Cypriot First Division, where 100% of teams changed managers in the past year, and several South American nations such as Peru, Venezuela, Paraguay, and Chile. Conversely, Norway's Eliteserien stands out as a haven of stability, recording only 3 changes across 16 teams. This league boasts the longest tenures, with over half of coaches remaining in their roles for more than 2 years, resulting in an average tenure of nearly 32 months per coach. This stability contrasts sharply with the high turnover environment in Brazil and Cyprus. Resilience is also evident in major European leagues. Spain's La Liga and England's Premier League recorded only 40% turnover over the last 12 months, with Spain maintaining an average coach tenure of 29 months. The survey also examined the age profile of professionals. While Brazil has a relatively older average coach, Sweden's Allsvenskan shows that generational renewal can foster stability, boasting the youngest average age at 43.5. The research concludes that this chronic instability is primarily fueled by the intense pressure for short-term results, often overshadowing long-term planning in many footballing landscapes. An entirely indigenous soccer team, Esporte Clube Originarios, has made its professional debut in Brazil, aiming to use the championship as a platform to fight for representation and visibility. Based in a village on the coast of Rio de Janeiro, the team is competing in the Campeonato Carioca de Futebol, Serie C. The initiative goes beyond athletic competition. Club president Tupa Nunes, chief of the Mata Verde Bonita village, stated that the primary goal is not to win championships, but to give visibility to indigenous people who face significant struggles and defend their land. Nunes believes that playing football can help break the stone hearts of those who do not understand their aspirations. Indigenous populations, representing only 0.8% of Brazil's population, are disproportionately affected by violence and land disputes. The formation of Originarios was driven by a search for talent across the country. Head coach Huberlin Silva explained that the squad was built by actively seeking out indigenous talent, calling for players from remote regions, including the Amazon rainforest, who lacked opportunities. For players like forward Edelson Karimiram, the matches offer a chance to showcase Guarani culture through body paint, connecting their personal journey to their heritage. The long-term vision for the club is ambitious. Nuns hopes to see the teams, Warrior Eagles, reach major clubs in Brazil, Europe, and potentially the national team. Carlo Ancelotti is facing a significant task as he nears the deadline to finalize the 26-man roster for Brazil's participation in the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Speaking recently with BBC Sport, Ancelotti's son and assistant, David Ancelotti, detailed the multifaceted challenges confronting the national team. David noted that while Brazil possesses world-class defenders, excellent transition players, wingers, central midfielders, and strikers, the team's success hinges not just on player attributes and the coach's vision. You need to have a clear identity, but to adapt. You have to be able to balance your ideas with the characteristics of the players, and then the identity of the nation, David explained, concluding that the task is not an easy job, adding the ultimate goal of winning the World Cup to the pressure. This pressure mirrors the biggest challenge Carlo Ancelotti has encountered since taking the reins in the summer of 2025, following a period of struggles in World Cup qualifiers that he successfully rectified. Despite improvements, on-field performances still indicate areas for development. Brazil carries a rich footballing tradition, shaped by legendary stars since the 1950s, which heavily influences fan expectations. David described the desired style as to play attacking football, winning football, and to play with a smile, acknowledging the duality of Brazilian football culture. Fans desire the Joga Bonito aesthetic but demand significant victories. Brazil's most recent World Cup triumph was in 2002, featuring stars like Ronaldo Nazário, Ronaldinho, and Kaká. However, maintaining this attacking identity has proven difficult in subsequent tournaments, where the team has fallen short of reaching the final. While coaches like Tite managed to capture elements of this style in 2018 and 2022, the current challenge for Carlo Ancelotti is to redefine this narrative and guide Brazil to a deep World Cup run once more. The Brazilian U15 national squad has officially been named for the upcoming Vlatko Markovic tournament. This selection marks a significant step in the development of Brazil's youth football talent pool as they prepare for the international competition. The announcement comes from the Confederação Brasileira de Futebol, CBF, and signals high expectations for the young players participating in the tournament. Details regarding the full roster and upcoming fixtures are expected to be released shortly, keeping the focus on the promising performances of the U15 contingent.